Thanks for joining us. Chad Landers here with you. Time to get in to our winter sports schedule that will be coming up here in December. We can show you what's going to happen on the channel here. We'll start with girls basketball coming your way. We'll kick things off on December 10th. So in about 30 days here, we will be ready to go, or actually about 20 days here, ready to go with Cocalico girls hosting Solanco. A couple of other girls games in December there that you can see. Good mix of girls basketball games. Tim Reedy will be hopping on with me for most of those games. So I guess we'll start with Tim and see what you're most excited to get back into as girls basketball kicks off in early December.
Well, I just want to get back into somewhere warm,
Yeah,
first
we
of
all
all.
do. We all do.
Yeah, it's always great. But I tell you one game I am looking forward to, Chad. January 14th is going to be at least the girls' first look where we do a game from the new gymnasium at Mannheim. It's been so long. We did a volleyball game there this fall, but it's going to be interesting to see how the fans are, how the lighting is, and just the overall appearance of that gym for a high school basketball game. It's been so long since we've done a girls game. Chad, you and I, about what 3-4 years now.
Yes, yes.
Since then. So that's a game, but there's not one game that really sticks out for me. I just love the competitiveness. I love those games where you've got Warwick Cocalico, Warwick Ephrata, Manheim Central, Cocalico. It's just those cross-town rivalry games, whether they're good or not, or whether some are better than ever. They just play themselves so great because they want to beat that other squad because they live so close to each other and they know each other on the other team. So I'm just itching to get back into it. Eric was talking about football. We started way back in August 23rd, ended last week. Basketball, blink of an eye. I mean, it is December. Before you know it, it's Christmas. January, we're done, and then we're in the playoffs. It goes by so quick because there's so many games, but looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see which teams rise to the top of the section standings, who's going to be challenging for the section titles, who gets into the league playoffs, districts, eventually states, all of that. And there's a whole crop of young, talented players on these girls' teams, and we can dive into those later on here in the Sports Talk shows, maybe going into December as we preview everything. But as I was looking back through the stats, it reminded me of all the young talent that we have. So it's very exciting. Tim and I will be busy with that coming up here, as I said, in about 20 days. Eric will be busy as the boys' schedule starts just a few days after us, and we can pop that up for everybody to see what Eric will be busy with as he heads on to TV on December 12th. Cocalico hosting Garden Spot early on in December. We've got a fun one to wrap up the year, Eric. You'll be our last telecast of 2024, December 23rd, Warwick hosting Palmyra. And then I think what is my favorite one on January 3rd, Ephrata boys at Warwick boys, a crucial Section 2 showdown. You can see the rest of the schedule there. Manheim Central down in Section 3 this year, so they'll be taking on teams like Donegal, Lancaster Catholic, and everybody down there. And then ending it on February 5th, no other way that I would rather end it, the Backyard Brawl, Ephrata at Cocalico for the boys. That'll be a lot of fun. So Eric, tell us what you're most excited about now that basketball season is making its way back.
Well, and Tim kind of touched on it, how fast the football season goes. And I hear people say, oh, summer flies and winter walks. Well, when you got a schedule like this, we're going to blink our eyes and it's going to be February and we're going to be, getting through winter time. So don't fret, Tim, you'll be all right in a nice warm gym. I didn't get a chance to see the Garden Spot game last year because of work conflict. I'm anxious really to see Garden Spot, Curtis Waltman. I remember him and how he played, and I'm sure he wants his team to play kind of in that same mode. Camden Oaks at Cocalico, he's going to be a guy to watch. Your Majesty Washington at Warwick kind of was in the shadows of some of the seniors before. Well, now he's going to be, a seasoned returnee. Ephrata, new head coach, and Matt Hebener. Manheim Central, they're going to lose, some scores, but Charlie Fisher always puts out a competitive team. You know that. And then in Conestoga Valley, we'll get a chance to see them as well. Sawyer Espenshade, who was obviously the quarterback, a tremendous basketball player as well. So, uh, like you said, just a lot of talent coming back, and it's going to be interesting to see, what team can really get their chemistry together early on and set a tone and run its course through the whole season.
Yeah, I think people should watch out for Ephrata basketball this year. They returned most of that team from last year. They're heading in a positive direction. Got good scoring, good shooting from the outside. Probably working on some tight defense as well. I think they're going to give people some problems in Section 2. So we'll see. And that, like I said, that clash on January 3rd, I'm looking forward to a lot. And I will tell you, wrestling season coming up here. Also, everything's kind of starting the same week for us. Jan Minnick will be making a return to join me on the broadcast, and we will get things started on December 11th. It'll be Manheim Central at Cocalico. Excited for that. We'll also have Manheim Central hosting Warwick on December 18th, so we'll get some wrestling pretty early on in the season. Of course, the LL Wrestling Finals on January 25th. Always excited to do that. Hoping Jan is there and healthy enough to do that with me this year. He missed out on some historic stuff last year. And then, as I lobbied for, the Backyard Brawl on the wrestling mats, Cocalico versus Ephrata, February 4th. So I think we actually are getting Backyard Brawl moments in back-to-back days there, fellas. So very excited for that. That is our wrestling coverage and anticipating some good stuff on the mats from our guys. And of course, that LL Championships is one of the craziest, most fun nights, weekends of the year for us. So that is our schedule. If you want to see it all kind of laid out for you, plain and simple, you can go onto our website, brc11.com. We'll have it for you on there. And of course, you can kind of sift through and see when your favorite teams are coming on Blue Ridge 11. We'll keep tweeting out more videos and more stuff on social media, so we keep you guys updated on when you'll be on the channel. And we'll be off and running December 10th. Can't wait for it. So we'll see you guys then for winter sports and excited about that. Let's step aside, take a break. When we